Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. It's our first ice fishing trip of the season, and we're on the mighty Mississippi River.
Hey, hey, John Gillespie! Hey, John Gillespie!
What do we got?
We got at least 51, probably 52.
It's a huge fish! It's a huge fish!
This is amazing.
What do you got?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, folks, it's absolutely a spectacular morning in December, and we're up on the Mississippi River in La Crosse. And Blake, you and I have done this show a couple of times with Vince. The airboat experience is really neat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. It gets you places that you normally can't go without an airboat.
And that's what's really fun, Vince, is you've spent many, many hours exploring these, I guess you'd call them sloughs or backwaters.
Yep. We spend a ton of time out here. There's always new spots to be found. I love it. Just you go out, you don't see many people when you're on these airboats, and you get to find all sorts of cool stuff.
Another thing that's really cool too is you don't really have to worry about ice conditions that much, right?
No, in terms of crossing unsafe ice, it's not a big deal in the airboat. We can go over open water, we can break ice, get back on top, and it'll get us to the safe ice that we're going to walk on for the day.
Now, Blake, you like perch fishing.
I do, and I heard fishing's good, so I'm excited to get out there.
Mississippi River is becoming famous for perch, isn't it?
It is. It's becoming very famous for it.
And that's what we're going to do today?
Yep. We should get a lot of them.
Hey, it'll be fun, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
And good to see you, you know?
too, yeah.
Hey, folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
I'm with my buddy Len at the Amsoil Mechanical Lab, and I really wish our ratchet straps still looked like this.
Well, that hasn't been on the road with you and your dad getting all
true.
salty and beat up in the wintertime. But I've got two solutions for you here.
All
If
right.
you want to keep it looking that good, you're going to use the Amsoil heavy-duty metal protector. And what this stuff will do is it puts a coating on that part,
Okay.
and it won't let the salt get to it, and then it won't rust, so it'll stay looking new. If you've abused them, like we know you may have already done, and they're all rusty in the back of the truck,
Yeah.
that's where you want to use the metal protector. This product will spray on there. It's full of anti-corrosion and a bunch of different cool stuff, and it'll free that rust and get the thing working like brand new.
Wow, awesome. For more information, go to amsoil.com.
Meet Chris McGillis of McGillis Weimer, experienced personal injury lawyers.
You know, they come in and what we do is we want to hear their story. We want to make sure they're okay. We want to give them guidance. A lot of times we call it quarterbacking their case, right? Help them put themselves in a position where they can get the best medical treatment, they're taken care of. What we want to do is make sure that the only thing they have to worry about, John, is getting better, right? We focus on everything else.
Folks, you can enter now to win a 2023 Kodiak 700 Special Edition from Yamaha. One lucky winner will begin a lifetime of outdoor memories on a Kodiak 700. There's nothing better than a Yamaha ATV to get you out of the bush or onto the ice. Any adventure, any task, anytime. This ATV has a factory-installed winch and diff lock four-wheel drive. Enter today by going to GillespieFishing.com and clicking on the Kodiak 700 Sweepstakes banner. Hey, welcome back, folks, on the backwaters of the Mississippi River up in La Crosse with Mississippi Vince. Do you like that nickname I gave you?
I do.
I do too,
like
you know,
it
it sounds good. We're going to be jigging for jumbo perch today, and I like these little Kastmasters with a waxworm, but you also set tip-downs because we're allowed 3 lines in Wisconsin. And explain, a tip-down is just like a dead stick, right?
Yeah, basically, and the bite indicator it's just going to get pulled down like this, and then all you do is you pick them up and lift them out of the water.
Yeah, that's fun. And so just a minnow on there?
Yep, just a minnow on there and a little sinker to hold it down, and it's pretty simple.
Tip down, Blake, get that tip down.
First tip down of the year.
Get him, Blake, get him.
Let's see what we got. We are searching for jumbo perch. Ooh, and that's a nice looking perch. And we're only in about 2 to 3 feet of water, and we have a bunch of tip downs out, and I'm excited to start jigging. First perch of the year.
Another tip down.
Oh yeah.
Blake just got a nice one, Vince.
This feels like a nice one too.
All right, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful fish.
Oh yeah.
And on the Mississippi here, what's your limit?
15 per person.
15 a day. That's a lot of fish, really, when you think about
When
it.
they're this size, that's a lot.
And back in these sloughs, what's the average depth you're fishing?
Most winters, we spend all our time under 5 feet of water, John. Real skinny water.
And if you're a beginner and you just want to try ice fishing, this is the deal, because you got all the tip downs for everybody, and you're going to catch fish.
Oh yeah, we always get them.
Hey, look at that, my buddy Tyler. Hey, oh, there's a dandy right there, buddy. Now tell the folks, where are you from? We fished together a couple years ago.
Down by Belleville.
Which is?
Just south of Madison.
And you guys come up quite a bit, huh?
We do.
Isn't this exceptional fishing, buddy?
First ice, nothing better.
Hold that out. I mean, that's a beautiful perch right there.
Feels like a good one.
This is one after another, buddy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now that is how long is that one? About 9?
I'd say closer to 10, 9.5.
Okay.
9
And the biggest one you've ever caught out here?
15 3/4.
Which would be about a pound?
It was 2.5 pounds, I think.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Now, do you worry about the perch populations out here on the Mississippi?
I don't, John. Honestly, the last 2 years as I've been doing this, it's getting better every year. There's more and more and more of them. They thrive in this river.
Tip down over here, Dad.
I can't fish. I got to keep walking around. Ooh, there's a dandy.
This is a jumbo.
Yeah, the tip downs are fun too.
Oh,
you know?
they are. Yeah, we have about 10 set up, and one after another. Tip down.
No, I know. I really haven't fished more than a couple of minutes, and they're beautiful perch. Oh,
Yep.
Vince has got one down over here.
Over there, Vincey.
Yeah, Blake just got a decent one, Vince.
This one
Let's see
feels
what you
pretty
got
nice,
there,
too.
buddy. And
Oh yeah.
ooh, that's a dandy. Look at that perch. So much fun.
Yeah.
And I want to mention, I know you're really busy this winter. I mean, folks will give you a call, see if you get some openings. But the spring fishing in the boat is awesome, isn't
Yeah,
it?
spring's awesome in the boat, and so is late summer and fall. We get these, I'd say, for 3 months straight at the end of summer.
Yeah, that's amazing. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful fish, buddy. Jordan, I'm walking all around the place, buddy. Ooh, look at that. Oh, there's another dandy. That's a beautiful fish. Hey, want to mention, too, you're guiding kind of with Vince this year. You run your own airboat, huh?
Yep, we're running 2 boats this year, double the people. So we'll see if we can get any more people out in the water.
Yeah, that's awesome. Want to mention, too, that your dad owns a beautiful hunting lodge that we stayed in last night, and that's a great place for ice fishermen to stay, too, huh?
Yep, we offer lodging on the northern part of where we fish. It's fairly cheap and inexpensive, so we'll see if anybody wants to join us.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place, too. Look at this, folks. Hold that up nice and high there, buddy. That's a beautiful perch. What's that, about 11?
Yeah, that's probably 10.5, 11.
Whoa, here we go, Blake. I'll tell you what, on these light clam rods, these feel, look at this one. I mean, that's not gigantic, folks. And that's on that little tungsten Kastmaster, which I love to use.
The Acme.
Yeah, I mean,
Kastmaster.
they're just beautiful. That's beautiful average size fish.
And that's a good eater, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's about 9.5.
Yeah, I think there's a tip down over here.
Go get it. Tyler, I'm not, ooh, there's a good one. I am not getting a chance to fish. And what these fish are feeding on is not minnows in here, I guess. They're feeding on like bugs. And that's a good idea. I'm using a little Kastmaster, and I see the fish come up and not bite. I wondered if these little tungsten jigs are better.
That's all I'm using, the Acme tungsten orange.
Ooh, nice fish. All right, Jordan. This is a lot of fun, isn't it? Oh, there's a good one, buddy. That's a dandy. Hey, I want to mention, you and your dad have been guiding the river for a long time, huh?
Oh yeah.
So you're 4th generation?
I'm a 4th generation captain on the Mississippi River.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Now these airboats have really changed things for you guys, right?
They have drastically changed things. We can get places where a lot of other people can't.
And play
Awesome.
Yeah, hold that out. I mean, those are just gorgeous perch, and they'll bite all winter long, huh?
All winter long.
Dad, this has some weight to it.
Okay, well, I moved right next to you over here because you're marking a lot of fish, huh?
I got my new clam rod.
And, ooh, there you go.
Oh man, on the little Acme tungsten. I was using a Kastmaster this morning and I was marking a bunch of fish and they weren't biting. So I went to a smaller jig and seemed to be working. His mouth is frozen.
Yeah. No, a lot of times though, these fish are in here mainly fishing or feeding on, what is it, snails and bugs, that type of stuff. So maybe the tungsten jig,
with
the smaller.
The smaller seems to be working with the little waxy, and he was aggressive.
Nice.
And
fish.
I'm marking more on my hummingbird, so I'm gonna go
Get back down. Folks, Fleet Farm is the place to Christmas shop for your favorite fishermen.
That's right, Dad, and right now, reeling crazy low prices on fishing gear at Fleet Farm.
Save an additional 10% on ice fishing gear.
And reel-in deals on spring fishing too, like rods, reels, and combos. You see him unlocated?
He's got it, there you go.
You don't even have to
Keep a
jig.
tight line.
That hummingbird is just lit up with fish.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
And oops, I'm moving around, folks, and it really doesn't pay to move because I think these fish are just swimming around, right?
Yeah, because we're not, I mean, this is just a small area. You just kind of have to wait them out until they swim by your hole.
Mitch and you are going to have some delicious perch.
We do love a good perch
And
fish
guess
fry.
what? Our buddy Matty B just arrived.
Woohoo!
So he's going to join us the rest of the day.
Well, we'll have fun with him. Don't forget to enter to win a Yamaha Kodiak 700 SE at GillespieFishing.com. Hooked up.
I know, yeah, I moved right next to you. Let's see what I got here.
You
got, yours is big.
Look at mine.
Yeah,
Mine's bigger.
That is
bigger.
those, but they're both beautiful fish.
Yeah, it's insane how many beautiful perch are in this small of an area.
Aren't those gorgeous?
Yes, look at.
And you know, I did move over to you because I wasn't marking anything over there, and they're so aggressive right here. There's so many of them. They are hitting that little Kastmaster now.
And I did catch a few little bluegills too.
And you know what's so good about those tungsten jigs is they're heavy, so you can feel the bite.
Absolutely, and especially with the leader material.
Using 4-pound test fluorocarbon.
Yep.
Yeah, nice fish. Yay!
This feels like a good one.
We're catching them like crazy, Vince.
Yeah.
Ooh,
One
there's a
after the other.
dandy.
Yeah.
Look at that, buddy.
Right
Is
in the upper
that's
lip.
a beautiful perch right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably close to 12.
You know,
nice
we're
and
in
fat.
December right now. As we kind of look ahead to January and February, you guys can even ice fish into March, right?
Most years we do, yes.
And the fishing stay good all winter?
It stays really good all winter. Obviously, midwinter's colder, so you're not as comfortable out here, but we do have insulated huts. We have heaters for you, so we're going to take care of you even when it's cold.
Oh, you got the shacks and everything.
Yep.
But one thing I want to mention too, you know, when we were here last year, we got big bluegills too. Does that happen too?
Yeah, a lot of the places where we're getting these, the bluegills are right there with them. And I know we've caught a few today. They're just not super big ones.
Hold that out. I mean, folks, that's a gorgeous perch right there. And what I like too is, you know, you're really an easy drive from Milwaukee, Chicago, and Minneapolis.
Yeah, easy driving. There's a lot of places to stay up here.
We were fishing the Mississippi River in La Crosse, Wisconsin. A 3.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 4.5 hours from Chicago, and 2 hours from Minneapolis.
I'm here with Matt at the Clam headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota, and I definitely did not realize that Clam has such a variety of rod and reel combos.
Yeah, we have more rod and reel combos than some rod and reel combo companies.
You have everything for a beginner to if you're gonna go for lake trout.
Yep, everything from panfish to walleyes to lake trout, from $25 to $120 with the nicest components. We got a rod for everybody.
And so you're saying if I couldn't find a rod and reel combo at Clam, I'm out of luck?
Absolutely. If you can't find one here, I can't help you.
For more information on the rod and reel combos, go to clamoutdoors.com or Fleet Farm.
The best fishermen make the most out of every moment on the water with the proven power of Ultrex. A spot log that doesn't quit, effortless control, and a reputation for ruthless Minn Kota power. Ultrex lets anglers cast more and catch more, while the other guys are still catching up. Because the best fishermen just fish.
Folks, taking a break in the fishing, it's always fun to introduce products that'll really help you out. This is the Johnson Pump Portable Aeration System, and what is really cool about this, it keeps your minnows really alive. Listen to this. I mean, that is like having a bait shop on the water. And you know something, Wes? Our competitors just put bubbles into the water. We actually are providing oxygen.
Correct. We're forcing oxygen down in the water, which gives the bait oxygen, and it also removes the CO2, allowing the bait to take in that oxygen, which keeps them alive and lively.
What I like too is a lot of times will transport large amounts of bait a long distance. So this can be put on a cooler system or in your boat?
Yeah, John, I'm not handy at all, and in less than an hour I converted this clam bucket into a complete bait well.
Just coming from watching Vince catch one, this is kind of nice for you guys, you guides. Oh, that's another nice one.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys don't usually get to fish a lot because you're taking care of everybody.
Yeah, we get to fish a little bit, but not too much. We're usually helping customers with tip-downs, putting minnows on, getting them reset and stuff like that. So.
Hold that out. I mean, that's now, what is that? That's not like the one Vince just caught, but that's a solid, beautiful eater right there.
It's a 9.5, 10-incher.
Yeah, and that's actually the real big fat ones. I think you get more meat off these males, you know?
Oh, yeah. They taste wonderful, though.
Yay, Matty B! I'm so glad to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad I made it out, John.
Well, there you go. I know you were on a business trip, and you drove all the way down to see us. You're up in northern
Minnesota. I drove till midnight last night and then finished the drive this morning to fish with you guys.
Well, always good to see you, buddy. And hey, we got some new products that we want to talk about, some new tungsten jigs that are really awesome.
Yep,
so
new jigs and new rattling spoons. So.
We'll get a few of those out because I want to talk about them. I've been catching fish on the spoons.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yeah,
Matty B, it's slowed down for a while.
Yep, you usually get a couple of windows throughout the day.
Okay, let's see, Blake. Ooh, that's a nice one. Come on down here, Matty B. You know, you and I have done this now a couple times, coming back to in these back areas. It's a neat trip, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. All the bluffs on both sides of the Mississippi River, all the open water, and then you get back to these really good spots on Vince's airboat.
You know, it's interesting though, folks. You know, we first got out here today, Blake. I mean, we were catching them like crazy.
Yeah, it was one after another, tip-downs and jigging. So in the middle of the day, we kind of have a little lull, but maybe it'll pick up again.
You know, it really is kind of a touchy bite today, Matt. And I'm using that Rattle Master, you know, with just a wax worm on it. And what I'm doing is bouncing the bottom just a couple of times and then a slow lift. But you've been finding that when you keep it still, when there's one on there, they bite better?
Yeah, that's been the case. Whether you're fishing a vertical Rattle Master like that or a tungsten jig, pound the bottom, get them fired up, and then bring it up real slow. And then the other thing that I've seen that's working is keep it like a foot and a half off the bottom and let them chase it.
And when you have two on the screen, you're more likely to get a bite. Hey, one new lure that you guys got coming out this year, in addition to the Rattle Master, which I'm using, is the Mickey jig. Now, tell the folks what this thing is, because I know it catches fish.
Yeah, absolutely, John. So the Mickey jig is designed with a silicone bill on the front, so every jig kind of goes up and down the water column when you jig it. But this jig, as you pop it, it's going to kind of dart forward with the silicone bill that you can see on there, and it just gives a kind of a horizontal shimmy that makes it really different and unique. Kind of gets those fish coming off the bottom and then stop it, and boom, they're going to eat it.
And again, I'll tell you folks, that tungsten makes a world of difference to me in seeing a bite, because it's heavy.
Yeah,
you know?
It keeps your line tight, and you can see that bite, whether it's a downward bite or an upward bite like you get out of crappie.
And again, that's called the
Mickey Tungsten Jig by Acme.
See him? See him? Ooh, there he is. The Mickey.
Nice.
Let's see what we got.
I just tied that on for you.
I know. That's a nice perch. So what makes this Mickey different from other little tungsten jigs?
Yeah, so as you can see, it has a silicone bill on it. It's kind of recessed, epoxied in the front, so as you pop it, it kind of just shimmies and darts forward. So it'll kind of swing side to side where no jig does that, and then as it comes back, that's usually when they eat it.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm, John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2022 Fishing Contest.
Stephen Roanhouse of Monona caught this 22-inch smallmouth on Sturgeon Bay on a sucker. Beth Mader of Eden caught this 30-inch walleye on Perot Lake. She was using a jig and minnow. Jim Rutkowski of Twin Lakes caught this 41-inch northern on the Bay of Green Bay. He was using a sucker. Kevin Schmidt of Grafton boated this 49-inch muskie in Vilas County on a meth shiner. And this week's kids winners are Reed Paffel of Menasha caught this 26-inch walleye on Green Bay on a flicker minnow. And Brandon Road of Waukesha caught this 42-inch northern on the Rock River on a jig.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, save $30 on the Lakes and Rivers 2-person ice fishing shelter on sale for $119.99. And save $30 on the Mr. Heater Big Buddy Portable Heater on sale for $119.99.
Tip down, Vince. All right, buddy. I think the lull is over. Our afternoon run is starting.
Yeah, they're starting to pick up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But no, Matt and I were talking before, you know, when we first got out here, you couldn't keep a line in the water. They were biting so good. And that midday lull, and then you usually have another feeding window.
Yeah, that's pretty normal on a day like today where we had that bluebird skies, sun overhead, and we have super clean water right now. So that's pretty normal for them to tuck away when that sun's up.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the rest of the winter, about fishing availability. So I know you're pretty booked up, but your buddy Jordan has some openings?
Yeah, he helps me out a lot. His boat has some openings for winter, and then we also have some spring openings too, and we did talk about how we get these in spring as well.
Yeah, hold that out. I mean, you know, that perfect eating size fish right there.
About 9.5, 10.
Yeah. What do you got?
Let's see. Doesn't feel that heavy.
Oh, look at that. The first bluegill of the day, Maddie B.
A wambola.
Giant.
Well, I'll tell you what, it takes skill to catch the small ones.
I totally agree.
Hey, Vincerino. I'll tell you what, you've been doing a lot of walking around, checking out little different holes, huh?
Well, they've been known to swim around and move on us before.
Yeah, right. But it doesn't hurt to stay in one spot, though, either. I've noticed that today, you know?
You can get them both ways. I just get a little antsy sometimes.
I know you do. Now, that's a beautiful perch.
Yeah.
And does time of day make a difference on this deal?
A lot of times it can, yeah. You know, like most things, it's an early and late bite a lot of the time.
And you like cloudy skies?
I do prefer cloudy skies. In winter, we have really clean water a lot of the time. If we have stained water, I like the sun, but when we have clean water, clouds are better.
Hold them out. I mean, these are going to taste so good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Matty B, Tyler's got one on. All right. Oh my gosh, Matty B, look at the size of this thing, buddy.
That's a jumbo
now
right there.
There is a major league perch, Tyler.
Wow.
That is gorgeous. How big is that, Matt? 12, 13?
12, but geez, it's
yeah, hold
4
them
inches
out.
tall.
I mean, you know, you got such big hands there, man. Oh, let me just hold it so the people can see. I mean, that right there is a big fish. Isn't it?
That's a jumbo.
Now, did you mark him on your hummingbird there?
He flew up and smoked it.
Yeah, I wonder if the bigger ones are more aggressive, you know?
They are. I think
Here you go.
they've been belly to the bottom for a while here, and hopefully this is a sign of the afternoon bite.
Yeah, do your hold up there. You're from where again?
Belleville, just south of Madison.
Okay, yeah. So
look at the big bars. You know they're big perch, and they get those big wide black bars on them like that.
Boy, is that a beauty, buddy. Here we go, Blake.
Got one?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Hold that one on the Mickey. The Mickey jig. Well, you don't remember that old song? What was it? Hey, Mickey, you're so fun. You're so blind. Hey, Mickey. But no, that's the new Mickey jig, and I like that because all you got to do is pop it once, and it goes down like with those fins on there like that.
The wings give it a good a fall in the water.
Yeah,
Clearly the perch love it. So.
Boy, he just came right off the bottom and ripped it.
Yeah. That happened to Tyler's as well.
There he is.
All right, Matty B.
Boy, I'll tell you what, John, that makes a big difference when they're sluggish. I go hole to hole, and I never got the kneel down. I dropped it. I stopped at a foot off the bottom. That fish came up and just smoked it. And I switched. I didn't have orange in the Mickey, so I put the Google Eye tungsten on it in this orange, and that's the color that
interesting
that Tyler caught that giant one.
And a lot of times colors do make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it went cloudy, so that glow underbred was really good when it was sunny out. So now it's overcast. Tyler caught that giant on the orange, so I just went to the orange glow too.
I mean, you know, that's a really good eater. That's not a real big fish.
Right.
Right. A good eating size perch.
Absolutely.
And so you're cleaning all of our fish tonight when we get in?
I'll clean 8 for you, and that's my max.
One of my favorite dinner meals is spaghetti and meatballs, and I thought of a way to make it even more delicious. I decided to use the Johnsonville rope sausage. It's premium pork and it's already cooked. All you have to do is heat it up on the pan until it's golden brown, add it to your very favorite pasta recipe, and you're ready to go. Let's give it a try. So good. Johnsonville rope sausage. Find it at your favorite retailer today. Christmas is right around the corner, and a great place to get a gift is the Johnsonville Marketplace. It has exclusive items and great Johnsonville merchandise right off of I-43 in Sheboygan Falls.
Vince Moldenhauer guides the Mississippi River on a daily basis. For more information, give Vince a call. That phone number is 414-791-5534. 791-5534.
Here he comes, right up out of the weeds. Oh, baby, you hammered it! What a way to start the day. What I love about this new Mickey Acme Tungsten jig is it features 2 Mickey ears that are almost like a crankbait bill coming off the front of the jig. What this does is allow it to plane, act like a jigging type of minnow, and as you pop it, it bounces and gives real erratic action. You can see the difference in the action, and that's gonna seal a deal for the fish eating it right now. This is a technique and a jig that fish have not seen yet. It's unbelievable. You gotta get this jig underneath the ice this year.
I'm here with Sean at the Clam and Blackfish headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota. And cold winter activities are upon us, so it's important to stay warm and comfortable. And I love the Clam and Blackfish gear. It keeps me warm in the field every single week. But why do you need a base layer?
Well, a proper functioning base layer system is going to provide moisture evaporation and also warmth.
Okay, and which one is this?
That's next to skin,
Okay.
NTS.
Okay, and then what goes above that?
This is the warmth layer, and this
Okay.
is Microflex. This is a little bit thicker, meant to be worn a little looser, and then provide that warmth.
Awesome. For more information, go to blackfishgear.com and Fleet Farm.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Hey, a lot of fun as usual, and again I want to mention, this is perfect for beginning ice anglers, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's terrific. You know, you're only in a few feet of water. We're not in 30, 40 feet. It's easy to fish a couple feet of water.
And if folks come, you've got all the equipment they can use?
Yep, we've got everything if they don't have it.
And a few openings. We got a few openings.
We got a few openings. We got openings for spring and summer as well still. So,
well, I'll be back in early spring to fish in the boat, and you got openings for the airboat. Good.
Yep.
All right, buddy. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish it. We will find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.